Can you feel it? Now it's coming back, we can steal it. If we bridge this gap, I can see you through the curtains of the waterfall. When I lost it, yeah, you held my head, but I tossed it. Didn't understand you were waiting as I dove into the waterfall. So say Geronimo, say Geronimo, say Geronimo, say Geronimo, say Geronimo, say Geronimo, say Geronimo. Can you feel too fast, and we crushed it. But it's in the past, we can make this slip through the curtains of the waterfall. So say Geronimo, say Geronimo, say Geronimo, say Geronimo, say Geronimo, say Geronimo, say Geronimo. Can you feel my love?
Bombs away, bombs away, bombs away.
Can you feel my love?
Bombs away, bombs away, bombs away.
Well, I'm just a boy with a broken toy, all lost and caught.
The curtains of the wall.
So it's here I stand as a broken man, but I found my friend at the
Curtains of the wall.
Now I'm falling down through the crashing sound, and you've come around.
Curtains of the wall.
And you rush to me, and it sets us free, so I fall to my knees.
Curtains of the waterfall.
So say Geronimo, say Geronimo, say Geronimo, say Geronimo, say Geronimo, say Geronimo, say Geronimo. Can you feel my love?
Sounds away, sounds away, sounds away.
Make this slip, make this slip. Yeah, we can make this slip, make this slip. Can you feel my love?
We're going to use a different microphone. Whoop, now I got to turn this off. There.
John Johnson needs a link.
Okay. All right, this is what I was afraid of. Everyone's working 10 seconds before I did this. Volume is down. All right, give me a second.
They said it's better now. Sounds great to me.
Except the major echo. I don't know where that's coming from. I do know where that's coming from. Hold on, I'm getting to it. My wife didn't turn the volume down.
I don't know. I didn't. Not on that phone.
There we go.
Let's try this again.
Well, it's not going to be as good sound as my studio mic. I don't know why that's not working. Let me try something here real quick. This might make it better. All right, I'm working on it. Give me 1 second. I am working on it. All right, this might work. I had all this working. All right, let's try it now. Hold on. Let me know in 3, 2, 1 if I have sound. Can you hear us? We should have sound now.
No, I don't know. It says no, I have no sound. For once, I have not issues or feedback. Sounds great. So
can you hear me now? Put it in the comments.
Traveling with the Grace can hear us. Wanda Scott can hear us.
All right, good.
Okay,
so that's through the regular microphone.
So let's try this again.
Okay, let's start all over. Why does this always happen? So you know, I spent like all day testing this equipment out. Like all day.
Technically, the last 2 days.
Yeah. And I'm still hearing a little echo through those. So I'm going to have to make sure we Bluetooth those cameras into something next time. Anyway, welcome back to the Destinations channel. I'm Sal.
And I'm Debbie.
And hopefully you can hear us now. I'm still here. Okay. Hopefully you can hear us now. It's been a while since we've been here. If you don't know why, I'll explain in a few minutes. But we are getting back to the channel and in a big way. We're going to have some announcements here in a couple of minutes. As I was saying when you couldn't hear me, if you're watching us on Facebook right now, we are going to play some trivia tonight. But unfortunately, if you're watching us on Facebook, you won't be able to play because as you answer the questions, we won't be able to see your names. So take a moment and go to youtubedestinations.com. That will bring you directly to our YouTube channel. If you watch the video on there, then you can play trivia with us and possibly win some great logo gear tonight. Before we begin, oh, what are you going to do? Technically, the thing about this is until you go live, you don't know, you know what I mean? As always, before we start, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the little bell notification. That way YouTube will let you know every time we upload a brand new video. So tonight's going to be a lot of fun. We have a live guest coming on today. It's John Johnson.
And he needs a link.
And he needs a link. John, I'll send you a link. I wasn't ready for you yet. I'll send you a link as soon as we play our first video. Where are we going first?
Well, should we introduce the...
the animal of the hour? Let's see. So if you've watched our channel, you know that our mascot on the channel has always been Moscato. Well, Moscato passed away.
About 6 to 8 months ago now.
About 6 to 8 months ago. And let me pull up a video. You can actually watch some informational video. We actually have a new parrot who is behind us. His name is Samson. And let me see, I'll pull up a video. You can have an idea of Samson's life so far.
Hi, buddy.
All right.
He'll talk when you least expect it.
Let's do this. Let's see if I can share this with you. This the equipment that we use, the software, you completely change their software, of course. Let's see. I'm looking. There we go, share screen. All right. So this is Samson.
Samson, a vibrant green-winged macaw, perched silently beside his beloved owner, Mr. Thompson. Mr. Thompson lay still, his eyes closed in eternal slumber. Samson had sensed a change in his human companion, a stillness he couldn't comprehend. He nuzzled his bright red, blue and green feathers against Mr. Thompson's hand, chirping softly. There was no response, only the cold silence that had enveloped the room. Samson refused to leave Mr. Thompson's side for 3 long days. He remained perched on the old man's armchair, his bright eyes growing dimmer with each passing hour. He ate nothing, his once vibrant plumage losing its luster. He called out for Mr. Thompson in the night, his cries echoing through the empty house, but only silence answered back. Finally, a kind neighbor, Mrs. Peterson, discovered Mr. Thompson and the heartbroken Samson. She coaxed Samson down from his perch with gentle words and a bowl of fresh fruit. Samson, weak and disoriented, allowed Mrs. Peterson to take him into her care. He missed Mr. Thompson terribly, his heart heavy with grief. He yearned for the familiar scratch behind his head.
You all can hear the
sound
video,
of
right?
Mr. Thompson's voice, the warmth of his presence. But Mr. Thompson was gone, and Samson was alone. Mrs. Peterson, though well-intentioned, couldn't keep Samson. Her small apartment and busy schedule weren't suitable for a large, intelligent parrot like him. So Samson's journey took him from one temporary home to another. After a stay at the Parrot Hope Rescue, he was fostered and then adopted to a nice couple. But after they decided to divorce, no longer wanting Samson. Each of these moves brought a fresh wave of anxiety for Samson. He missed the consistency of a loving home, the comfort of a familiar routine. He longed for someone who understood his language, his moods, his need for interaction. He felt like a piece of furniture, moved from place to place, never truly belonging. The stress began to manifest physically. Samson, once a vibrant and playful parrot, grew quiet and withdrawn. He started plucking at his feathers, leaving bald patches on his once magnificent wings. His once sharp mind, starved for stimulation, dulled with each passing day. He was a shadow of his former self, lost in a world that no longer made sense. Samson's final stop was being back to Parrot Hope Rescue. It was a cacophony of sounds and smells, a far cry from the quiet comfort of Mr. Thompson's home. He spent his days listening to other parrots scream and squawk incessantly. Samson, overwhelmed and frightened, retreated to the farthest corner of his cage, his heart pounding in his chest. He watched as other parrots were adopted, their eyes shining with hope. But no one seemed to notice Samson, huddled in his cage, his once spectacular feathers dull and sparse. He was losing hope, his spirit dwindling with each passing day. The shelter staff did their best to care for Samson, but they were stretched thin. They had dozens of parrots to look after, each with their own unique needs. Samson, lost in his grief and fear, became just another bird in a cage, his vibrant personality dimmed by neglect and despair. Eventually, he was once again moved to a foster home, while he awaited someone to want to open their hearts and home on a permanent basis. One sunny afternoon, Sal and Debbie Pitera walked into the parrot shelter. They were a lively couple, Mr. and Mrs. Pitera. They were looking for a companion, a parrot to share their home and their hearts with after the death of their former parrot, Moscato. Sal and Debbie, who are animal lovers through and through, were immediately drawn to Samson. They saw past his tattered feathers, his withdrawn demeanor, and sensed the gentle soul that resided within. Sal approached his perch slowly, speaking in soft, soothing tones. Samson, where
I don't know what it's doing. Shows we're on the screen. There we go.
Oh, there it goes.
Sorry, guys. They updated our software literally like 3 hours ago, and it's totally different.
Yes, we are aware that the video stopped. We are going to try and play it towards the end of the show.
Yeah, if we were at the video stop, the software that we're using to stream for some reason decided to stop the video. They just updated the software like 3 hours ago, and it's a little bit buggy at the moment. But we will get there, I promise. The rest of we're not going to have any more bugs because I'm not going to share any more screens. Everything else is programmed in this system. So I think we're right. We do have some friends with us. Let's see. Hi, guys.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Let's see. The problem is if I get rid of this one, I think we're going to lose sound again. All right, we're going to have to go with that microphone because, can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. This is John and Christina Johnson, or as I call her, Christine Johnson. How are you, Christine?
Done.
How are
They
you?
are very close friends of ours, the Traveling Johnsons. They have a YouTube channel themselves. It's the Traveling Johnsons on YouTube, so make sure you subscribe to their channel. And I'll direct you to their channel when we're done at this one. And John is also a very gifted musician. As a matter of fact, John, can I play one of your videos?
Sure. Go for it, buddy.
Yeah, digging the ground, being your own eyes, just like your Hank told us about. Singing along, boasting the songs, round and friends and all night long. A good time. I need a good time. Yeah, I've been working all week and I'm tired of going to sleep. I wanna have fun. I'm for a good time. Oh, turn it up now. Yeah, heel tough, do-si-do, scooting them boots and swinging doors, being a deep kicks and guns, honky don't have a double shotgun, a good time. I need a good time. Yeah, I've been working all week and I'm tired of going to sleep. I wanna have fun, time for a good time. Shot of tequila, beer on tap, the sweet southern woman sit on my lap. T with an O, O with a D, T with an I and a M and a E and a good time. Good time. Yeah, I've been working all week and I'm tired of don't want to sleep. I wanna have fun, time for a good time.
Oh, there we are.
Welcome back. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out the audio. You know, everything on my screen says that this boom microphone is supposed to be working right now. And yet, there's no sound through it, so I'm just going through a phone microphone. I hope you guys can hear me okay. And Debbie,
Yeah.
okay? It's very nerve-wracking, especially when your first video in like 6 months to come back to. How are you
Gotta
guys
shake the
doing?
dust off.
It's all right. Everybody still loves you guys.
We'll see after this video.
Ah.
Subscribers dropping as we speak. So we're going to play some trivia tonight. And then the theme of tonight's video is going to be destinations. We're going to share some destinations video.
And some stories about those destinations.
And some stories about those destinations. But before we do that, we do have an announcement. I'm back. It's been a while. If you saw my video about a month ago, I've been going through some serious health challenges. But I'm over most of them, I think. Still have some heart issues we have to deal with, but I am back and I'm feeling much better, feeling more upbeat. So we are going to bring our YouTube channel back to its former glory. So before I talk about the YouTube channel and what we're going to do with it, if you don't know, we also have a Facebook group. It's a very large Facebook group. And we'd like to invite you to be a part of it. If you go to carnivalcruisechat.com, it will take you directly to our Facebook group. And we have almost 600,000 members, and we talk carnival cruising all day long. So if you want to come join us, it's carnivalcruisechat.com. We'll take you directly to our group. Now, the other thing we're going to be doing is I'm really going to be working on the YouTube channel. As you probably know over the last few days, I'm trying to put at least one news article out that I think you might be interested in each day. But we're also going to be doing quite a few live shows. So let's talk about that for a second. First of all, I am going to be doing a morning show twice a week, every Monday and Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern time. And that's going to be just me. You're waking up with me with some coffee and just kind of talking about the day's activities. And any information you guys want to share with us, just be a nice way for us to get together twice a week. And then Debbie and I will be joining you as a team as we bring back the Cruise Talk Show every Tuesday evening. And for that, we'll be having videos, and we usually do trivia. And we have a host of interviews lined up. So we're bringing you some live interviews with some folks in the cruise industry. And hope you'll join us on those days because it'll be a lot of fun. Now, again, I still do have some health challenges. So if I do have to cancel one or two of those along the way, please bear with me. But for the most part, it's going to be those times every single week. You guys going to come on every week with us?
We're going to try. That drive from Tampa every day at 5 o'clock can be a real killer.
I bet. So, did you guys hear the news about Captain Kate?
No.
Do you know who Captain Kate is? Do you guys in the audience know who Captain Kate is? Captain Kate is a captain on Celebrity Cruise Lines.
Yes.
And what
Okay.
makes Captain Kate famous is she's one of the only captains out there that actually has her own YouTube channel, and she shares her videos of her life on board the ship, as well as her life with her cat she has on board the ship as well. For instance, I'll show you one of her videos. It's real short, but I think you'll enjoy it. If I can find it. There it is.
Here's a glimpse into the day of my life as a cruise ship captain. It starts with a 1 a.m. snack wake-up call. The real wake-up call starts at 5:45 when somebody's ready for round number 2. Gotta feed the bug first if you know what's good for you. Get in a morning workout every day. Outfit number 1. Checking the anticipated weather forecast to see what we can expect for today and the rest of the cruise. Then it's onto the bridge for cappuccino number 1. We are transiting the Strait of Messina between Italy and Sicily this morning, so we're picking up the pilot. We take a pilot on board because they bring the local knowledge of the place that we're visiting, whether it's the port or in this case the Strait of Messina. After I do a master pilot exchange, they'll either take the con or it stays with the ship's officers. I've got to say the Messina pilots are pretty badass. We pick them up and drop them off at 19 knots, which is about 22 miles per hour. I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm always partial to the pilots that love bug.
With the 10 a.m. navigation and weather update.
Try to clean out the email inbox before cake number 1 arrives. This is a Zenith celebration for our guests that have reached the highest level of our loyalty program. It's either a drill or training every day, and this is navigation training with our bridge officers. I got a special request to bring someone down to the second Zenith celebration of the day. They really wanted a snuggle with Bug. I'm honestly not really sure who's driving who home, because staff captain looked like he had the control, but Bug clearly knows exactly where she's going. Into the evening uniform for a surprise vow renewal. This lovely gentleman arranged it for his beautiful bride on their 58th wedding anniversary.
Back to day uniform.
Some of our guests sent me a few of my favorite things. Of course, you gotta send them a thank you note in return. This is the weather that I hope and pray for every day. It's also great weather for finding turtles. Had a Zoom call with the best CEO in the world.
Back in the evening uniform. Forgot to show you the stockings.
5 o'clock is the Captain's Club cocktail party. Say that 10 times fast. This is for our repeat cruisers, and we introduce our executive committee. Cappuccino number 2. Then hopped on a fleet-wide marine conference call. Had a quick dinner up in the Ocean View, which is our buffet, and then myself, the executive committee, and our senior officers head to the Bulgari shop for the grand opening event with our guests. Last stop for the evening is a check on the bridge, and this is what it looks like at nighttime. One last go at emails, and then someone tells me it is time for bed. Just past midnight, but tomorrow's another ski day, so I'm looking forward to sleeping in a little bit. But wouldn't you know, Murphy's Law, you've got to be on the bridge at 6:30 in the morning. Why? Because of restricted visibility.
So that's Captain Kate. Now, if you've never been on the bridge or worked behind the scenes and seen what captains do, that's actually a very accurate portion of the day. We were lucky enough that we've worked with many captains who brought us up in their quarters and in the bridge, and we've seen that side of the ship. And the captain's job, I got to say, is never done. While everybody associates him with him or her with just the propulsion and steering of the ship, the captain is actually in charge of everything on board the ship.
So we have a couple comments here.
Give me just 1 second. So the reason why that's newsworthy and the reason why I am sharing that with you is Captain Kate is leaving Celebrity Cruise Lines. She has not mentioned where she's going yet, But she does say she's going to stay at sea. But I don't think, from the words I've heard, and I could be wrong, that she's staying in the cruise business. That she might be going to a different type of ship, or maybe even a private charter ship.
I saw that one too, and I thought it was kind of funny. I had to do that. Trust me, you don't want me to drive the boat.
You know, there's a funny story about that. I was up on the bridge one time with one of our buddies.
I know where you're going with this
And
one. I remember this.
The captains are pretty particular. You know, even when you're friends and you hang out on the bridge, they don't really let you touch much. As a matter of fact, I've only had one captain even let me blow the horn. But we were on there one day, and the captain got a steering wheel there, and I said, "Captain, can I drive for a couple of minutes?" He says, "Sure, what the heck, go ahead." And I'm standing there and I'm driving, I'm feeling really good, and I give it a quick jerk. And all of a sudden I hear him from behind talking to her saying, "Don't worry, that steering wheel's not hooked up to nothing."
I remember that.
I was so disappointed. It's all on a joystick, so the actual steering wheels on the ship are fake. But I thought I was steering the ship. Oh well, what are you gonna do? So John, when's your next show?
This Sunday at the American Legion in Holiday, Florida, from 4 to
I can
7.
hardly hear you. Hold on, see if I can turn this volume up a little bit without messing everything up. Try talking now, John.
Can you hear me now?
Keep going.
Hey.
Yes, I can hear you better now.
Yeah.
Had to do it without the feedback.
Oh, okay.
All right, cool.
We've got our new
Can you hear me now much
microphones
better?
on.
So again, I'm sorry I didn't hear you. When's your next show?
This Sunday, 4 to 7 in Holiday, Florida at the American Legion.
Very cool. I wish we were down there. Well, is it open to the public, or is it just open to American Legion members?
You can go in as long as you're with us. Whoever's with us, they're fine.
So we can't really invite our guests to come? Like
Yeah,
anyone
sure.
watching?
Put you on the guest
Okay.
list.
Anybody watching? Make the show. It's worth it. I'll tell you. They are the nicest people you ever want to meet, and John is a fantastic performer. So if you want to have a nice evening out and have a couple of drinks, go see the show. John does post his shows on Facebook, so if you look up John Johnson, I'm sure there's a ton of John Johnsons out there. So go to my profile and look at my friends and type in John Johnson. And Christina Johnson, you'll put their profiles and you can send them a friend request. So you'll know where they're performing each week. And I'll tell you, it's definitely worth the show. We don't live in Florida, unfortunately. We live in Ohio, so we don't get down there as often as we'd like to.
Come to Nashville.
But we've been to several shows, and it's always a good time. And John's very good at what he does.
Thank you.
So let's talk about our Facebook group. We were supposed to have a couple of our admins from the Facebook group on today, but none of them made the video on time. But I kind of knew that something was going on. So we discussed cruising all day long on the Facebook group. But I'll be honest, John, cruising is fun, but I can't tell you how many posts we have to decline because some people just aren't so nice. I don't understand it. Is it because it's over the internet? Because on the cruise ship, it's not like that. Everybody's nice and everybody loves each other. But I don't know. Behind the scenes, I had to decline like 50 posts today of people that were really nasty.
It's easier to not be nice when you're not in front of somebody, though.
Do you find that, John, when you're going through the
Like
admin stuff?
Yes, I find it. All the admins find it. It's insane how many there are, but you just got to weed through them and just pluck out the good ones you see. The real viable posts as far as people asking questions, and it's no big deal if they ask the same questions over. Just accept it and let people in the group help these newcomers find the information that they need.
The reason I brought it up is because I also look at other Facebook groups for cruising, and they let all those posts go through. I'm lucky enough that I have you guys and a whole team of admins and moderators that we literally look at every single post that goes up. So when you're in our group, you're not going to get picked on. You're not going to be insulted. The keyboard warriors aren't going to attack you because you said something that they didn't like. So again, go to our Facebook group. Make sure you sign up. And we also put on there every time we do a live video as well. Just for a moment, I'll put this back on the screen. It's carnivalcruisechat.com. Just register that domain. It was so much easier than saying, go look us up. Makes it much easier. You want to do a couple trivia questions?
Sure.
All right. John and Christina, don't say it out loud. You got to type it like everybody else, okay? They do not know the questions and answers. We're the only ones who know it. You guys are welcome to do it. Just don't say it out loud.
Actually, he's the only one who knows it. I don't even know him.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take the top 3 correct answers we see. And I realize the second and third are probably just going to see the first one and retype it. The first 3 answers, we're going to put your name on a paper, put it in the drum, and at the end, we're going to give away some logo.
The first 3 that are correct.
The first 3 that are correct. Now, as always, I'd like to warn everybody that it's as it appears on our screen. The nature of the internet is yours is always going to appear to you before other people because it's only going from your computer to your computer. Where through the internet and everybody's comes up, it's more equal. So it's as we see it on our screen is how we're going to pick the names. So don't argue if it's different on your screen. I promise you it probably will be. All right? All right. Now, these trivia questions are general trivia questions. There's some cruise trivia questions. There's just general, all over the place trivia questions. All right, here's our first one. In soccer, how many members of the team are on the field at any one time? Look at the comments, too.
We're not getting anybody to respond.
I don't know.
Maybe we have a couple. Hey, Tim is here today. Hi, Tim.
Hey, Tim.
So far, nobody has
In soccer,
answer that
somebody
you have,
guess how many members are there on the team at any one time?
but none of them are what you have.
Are you good?
All right, should we just give the answer?
Go for it.
All right, so I'm going to give you the answer. The first 3 people that type it, and you can do the number or you can write it out. There is 11 people on the field at every one time. So the first 3 people that type it will get their names. Why don't you put 3 papers like next to each other?
I don't know. I haven't thought about that.
Correct answer is 11. So type it in as fast as you can. 11.
Tim.
11. There's no reason to get it wrong. Elaine B.
Traveling with the Grays and Cruise Nuts.
There you go.
You know, put Elaine in there too, since I already said it. We'll do 4 on this one. And while she's doing that, I will do the next question. Who wrote the book? Well, I typed that in wrong. Who wrote the book Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Sorry for my mistype on there. I do make all these myself. So, which, by the way, as we're talking about this, I am looking for somebody who wants to run our panel when we do our live shows. I do all this myself, as you can see. And I'm actually looking for somebody who wants to be behind the scenes and be our engineer, which means you can work from home, but you'll control what goes on the screen as I'm talking. That way I can just talk and not have to worry about the computer aspect of it. So if you're interested, it is a volunteer position for now, but as we raise the channel back up to where it used to be, and we will rather quickly turn into a paid position. If you're interested, send me a message on Facebook Messenger. So let's see, we have any correct information?
I'm still doing this. What's
right,
the
let me
question?
Let me know.
What was the question?
Who wrote the book Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
I sure knew it.
Okay, Rick Dennis got it correct. It is Roald Dahl. I used to love that book when I was a kid. And it was, in fact, Roald Dahl. And his next one was, I think he wrote James and the Giant Peach as well. And I used to love that book when I was a kid, too. You being good back there, buddy? Hi. So, just a funny story. When we got Moscato, he was a very Samson. He was a very nervous bird, as evident by the fact he was missing all his feathers. So we are fortunate here in Ohio. We have who is rated the #1 bird veterinarian in the country. He used to be the veterinarian for SeaWorld, Animal Kingdom, all the different parks down there in Florida. But he was also up here because we had a SeaWorld up here in Northeast Ohio for a very long time. Well, when he retired a few years ago, he liked Ohio so much that he moved here, and he has a veterinary clinic here that only deals with parrots. And they call him the bird whisperer, and he really does. I mean, the second we went in, he knew exactly what was wrong with them. Didn't even need to do blood tests. But this here, he's got a very special diet. Once a day.
It used to be our fingers.
Yeah, it used to be our fingers. You know, bird with little dots all over their fingers. Once a day, he gets a peanut butter and marijuana sandwich. And he loves his peanut butter and marijuana sandwiches. And it really calms him down, and he says, stop pecking his feathers. For birds, tearing out their feathers is kind of like us when they get nervous, kind of like when you bite our fingernails. But it becomes a nervous habit with birds. So even once they're not stressed no more, they continue to pluck them out. There are some birds out. There are some birds out there that have absolutely no feathers at all. They actually call them naked chickens because that's what they look like.
They really do.
Other than their head, because they can't peck their feathers out, head up. Their head's got full head of feathers, but their whole body is completely naked.
When we first got him, he looked kind of like a chicken under his
Yeah,
wings.
he was a naked chicken for sure. All right, let's do the next trivia question. Name 5 of Carnival's ships. Name 5 of Carnival's ships. Can be any 5, just name 5 of Carnival ships. An extra credit if you've been on all 5. You'll get an extra ticket in the raffle.
For what?
I'm just taking your word for it. If they've been on all 5 ships that they named. And we're just going to take your word for it. If you say you were, then we believe you. I'm not going to log into the computer or look, or am I?
All right. Traveling with the Grays has it.
Cruise Nuts and Ron Peterson. Have any of you been, of those 3, have any of you been on all 5 of those ships? If you have, let us know real quick, and Debbie will add you an extra ticket in. I have been on 3. That doesn't count. Cruise Nuts says yes, so they get an extra ticket. While you're doing those, Deb, I will do the next trivia question.
Who was the third one?
And we have a winner on that one. There's no real answer, so I just say we have a winner.
What? Oh, yeah.
Cruise Nuts.
No, I got that. Ron.
That was
Ron Peterson was the third one.
Oh, okay, Ron. Hey, Ron. Ron is a very close friend of ours as well from Wheeling, West Virginia. You know, I got to tell you.
Yeah, from Wheeling.
No, Huntington. And Ron, we got to thank you. So if you watched my last video, you know that we were pretty down and out here. This is just a real quick overview. It started about 6 months ago. Deb's mom got salmonella poisoning and ended up in the hospital. So we're taking care of her mom and dad. And then I got really sick. And it's just been an outbreak like where, well, about a month ago, there was a knock on the door and I walked outside and there was a package. And the package was this giant white styrofoam cooler and it was full of Omaha steaks and Omaha burgers. And we just had the last one like a week ago. So
Nice.
We're out. But we can't thank you enough. I'll tell you, Ron, that really, really got us through. We really, and I know that's expensive too. So it was quite a surprise, but thank you so much. We appreciate that and we appreciate you, as you know we do. Okay, next question. You ready? What movie did Bugs Bunny and Michael Jordan star in? What movie did Bugs Bunny and Michael Jordan star in? Anybody know?
Traveling Johnsons.
Whoop. Space Jam. Didn't that have the animated? Oh yeah, it had Bugs Bunny. Hey buddy, you didn't have your marijuana sandwich. Maybe on the next video I'll make it for you. He does something that's really funny. If you're eating, so a parrot can eat most foods that people can eat. They can have chocolate and stuff like that, but most of the things we eat, a parrot can have. Now, of course, that shouldn't be his primary diet. His primary diet are these pellets that they make specially for birds. But if you're eating next to him, he will look at you with his eyes all batty and he'll go, "Is that good?"
He says, that good? Got it.
Is that good? And he would just like make you so, what's the word I'm looking for? Guilty for not giving him some. If you don't. Is that good? I'll get him his marijuana sandwich on the next video. Let's play a video, actually. Let's see, what port do we want to do first? Go back to my media assets. Let's see. Oh, you know, before I do that, I made this video today. It's a short video, but I made it because so many people have asked us to what all is in my studio here. So we made a short video just kind of looking around the studio. So I will play that for you. Many people have asked about the items we have around our studio, so I thought I'd give you a little tour. Let's start right over here to the left. This is my ideas board. When I come up with an idea for a video, we put it on there. And you're going to notice these poles hanging from the ceiling. There are several of them. Those are to hold extra cameras when we need extra camera angles. We'll start right here on the left. This is just where I hold some of my knickknacks and some things I use during the channel. A nice humidor from when I used to smoke cigars. I don't any longer. But I have lots of memorabilia from places that we have visited. A couple of drones. Now these you might notice if you've cruised for a long time. These used to be given out on your last day at sea. They are actually placemats, and they were given to you in the dining room at your last day at sea. They don't do that any longer. They stopped quite a while back. Above that is my absolute favorite picture of my wife. I believe we got that one on the Carnival Destiny. And I had it printed on aircraft aluminum. I have several of them throughout the house. This is Marina. Now lots of people ask me about Marina and why she's here. So there's actually a reason for her. When I'm filming a video, Debbie will usually be here and she will focus the video on me behind the table. But if Debbie's not here, then I use Marina to focus the video and set it, then I move her back and I stand where Marina was, and that automatically will focus on me. The rest of what you see is just things we've accumulated. On the shelves behind us, you can see that funnel is from a drink, a ship on a stick. My favorite drink of all time, even though I no longer drink, and some Carnival models. And then we'll head over here where you'll find 2 porthole pictures and our on-air studio sign. And you've seen this many times in the background. I am going to put a cruise ship on there and see how it looks. On our table, we have lots of memorabilia from places that we visited. Yes, I like mermaids. Almost got a tattoo of a mermaid. And these are some gifts that Carnival gave me. I believe it was on the 50th anniversary sailing. I'm not 100% sure. They are numbered. So there's only so many of them that were in the fleet. That one is water-filled crystal. More Sheridans. And more stuff from our travels. You see we have some of the big bottles of Bacardi down there. Now these M&Ms are kind of neat. We got these in Orlando. And if you were to look really closely at each M&M, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, that's actually mine and Debbie's face on the M&M. I don't know if you can see it or not. But they all have our faces on all of those M&Ms. Some more liquor and a bottle of rum that our brother-in-law Tim gave us, or my wife's brother. Some scuba diving figurines. Me and Debbie both love to scuba dive. Now these 3 pictures we also got on board. I believe we got these on the Vista. And we had them professionally framed and hung on the wall. Underneath we got some pelicans. This box is actually kind of neat. You put money in there in small denominations, and when you put a $5 bill in there or a $10 bill, etc., you cross it out on the front. And once you have all those crossed out, there's $5,000 in the box. I'm not sure where we got this. I think this might have been a gift from Mr. Sancho's down in Cozumel. And this is our raffle that we use to do our raffles. Now there's usually a TV on this table, but I'm using it for something else right now, so I took that away. This is our map of all the destinations. I don't know if you can see all the stars, but it's all the places we've been. And that we also got at Mr. Sancho's, the scuba divers, of course, are me and Debbie. Let me introduce you to Samson. Say hi, Samson. You going to talk for us today? Hi. He's thinking about it. Okay, moving on. This is our actual studio where we sit when we're filming. The laptop there, boom microphone. That in the background, it's not on right now, is our teleprompter. And our computer setup, as well as all of our soundboards and keyboards. And this is the view that we look at when we're actually making a video. And the light's on, so it's giving us a little bit glare since I'm filming this on my cell phone. But that is our studio. Hope you enjoyed this little tour. Say bye, Samson. Hi. All right, let me see if I can get him to talk. Hi. Nothing? Who's thinking about it? Really? You're laughing at us?
Samson, do you want some?
What he just did is he sees me eating. He dug into his own food because he knows I'm trying to get him talking, and then he started laughing. You guys can't hear him laughing, but he was actually laughing. You want this? You want that? Is that good? Don't fall off. Is that good?
You got it?
Is that good?
We cannot wait to meet him.
Is that good? What is it about our birds that never like to talk when they're on camera?
You know, all our animals are like that.
Now, he does the cutest thing. I don't know if you guys can hear him. I'll stop talking for a second. When he eats something that he likes, he giggles the entire time he eats it.
Here, he's doing it now. Really? Now you're going to stop?
He better not do that when we come up there.
The other thing he does too is if we laugh, he'll laugh. But if the more we laugh, the more he'll laugh. He saw it.
When we were watching the Super Bowl,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how he knows football, but he knows because every time Philadelphia would score, he would start squawking and flapping his feathers and laughing. It was the funniest thing you ever
It
seen.
was. We were
So
violent.
he is definitely a Philadelphia Eagles fan. All right, let's see. We're actually running out of time because of all the mishaps in the beginning. So that's okay, though. It'll give me a lot of videos for the morning show. What's today? Today's Thursday?
Today's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So tomorrow night. No, tomorrow morning.
They'll start next week, guys, not this week. So the first morning show will be Monday. Sorry. Yes, it starts next week. I should have said that.
I think Deb Wright actually asked about that earlier, and we just kind of went past it.
You know, I think I'm going to skip the destinations. I'll save that for one of the morning shows, and we'll do. This is the new show this is behind the scenes of the new show they're going to have on Carnival. They are just finishing developing it. I'm not sure. I heard that some of the ships may already have it, but it's called the Dear Future Husband Show.
Featuring a soundtrack of post-2000 mega hits, Dear Future Husband delivers a thrilling and entertaining cruise ship wedding adventure. This high-energy and interactive pop musical captures the memories of our Texan bride and her groom. With a lively group of friends, they journey towards the altar to that unforgettable moment of a lifetime. Our guests will experience non-stop fun and heartwarming romance through the dynamic vocals and dance of our playlist performers. Along with wedding-perfect costumes, scenic and media designs, Dear Future Husband is a show that has something for everyone and is one wedding invitation you don't want to miss.
Caught me with peanut butter still in my mouth. I thought that was a little longer than that.
Busted.
So one thing I did want to show you guys is one of our favorite ports is Amber Cove. Not only because that's where Debbie can get her famous rum that she likes from, what's it called? Macrick's Rum Factory. If you go down to Amber Cove, you got to make sure you go to the rum factory. You get a free tour, a video to watch, and then free tasting as well.
I think before, if you go through one of the groups, it was like only $1 to get in.
That was $5. But what I wanted to tell you is that we use a special tour guide down there. And when you use this tour guide, and by the way, he's much cheaper than Carnival charges, and I know I shouldn't be saying that. And he's also extremely reliable as well. But you'll actually pay your way in, as well as your way into, you do cable cars, it's all covered, and that's all paid for.
And they have drinks on the transport as well.
So I wanted to show you just a brief commercial we made for RV tours. If you're going to Amber Cove, please look them up. You can't go wrong. They will treat you like absolute royalty. So it's rvtours.info. Again, if you're going to Amber Cove, I can't recommend these guys enough. They are absolutely fantastic. What else do we got?
I'm just along for the ride.
I know, right? I'm sorry, guys. This video did not turn out as I expected. I know it's not my best video I've ever done. I really wasn't expecting. You know, we were at dinner just before this. I sat at the kitchen table and I said, I'm nervous. After I spent all day checking and double checking and making sure everything was right, I rewired the whole office today because we did some soundproofing recently. And yeah. All right, I got one more video to show you. So we were supposed to talk about the porch we go to today. We'll save that for next time.
Okay.
All right. I thought this was funny. Let me know what you think. It's not funny, but you'll see. I thought it was pretty cool. I think you guys will like it too. Had two of them in it. I thought those were pretty neat when I saw them. I wish I was talented like that. Can you draw, Christina?
No.
I am so untalented when it comes to like creative things. Now this one, she is so creative.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Sure you're not. So one thing I wanted to go over before we let you go is if you're ready to book your next Carnival cruise, did you know we have a concierge service right here in-house? Give us a call at 330-968-4300. We would be happy to help you. John does our individual reservations himself. And when you call us, you'll get an experience you won't get from a travel agent, or hate to say it, even calling Carnival yourself. You get personalized service, onboard amenities that no one else can offer you, just all kinds of goodies. So give us a call, 330-968-4300. Again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I promise the videos will get better. This is the first one in like, I don't know, probably 8 months now. So they will get better. God knows it can't get any worse.
I wouldn't say that. We
Again.
did that once and it came back to bite us.
Again, there's our show schedule. So take a quick, if you're on a phone, take a quick screenshot of it so you know when we're going to be. And we'll also put that inside of our Facebook group. Again, it's carnivalcruisechat.com. Let's see, what else did we have?
Well, I thought you said you were going to do a couple more trivia.
Trivia question. Yeah, let's do the rest of the trivia questions. Let's see. All right, I know Rick's going to get this next one. Actually, I'm going to pull up a couple of some more up here. Hold on. Where did we left? Oh, I think we left off in Space Jam. All right, here we go. What's the name of Carnival Cruise Line's rotatable engines? That's right. Not all the ships just have a propeller on the back of the ship. A lot of them have rotating engines that can spin 360 degrees. It allows the ship to move sideways or spin like a top. If you've ever seen it spin around in port, those engines have a specific name. Do you know the name of those engines? Do you guys know it?
Mm-hmm.
John,
No.
how do you not know this?
Sorry. All our activities stay above deck, above the engine room.
I actually did a video.
So we have an answer. I mean, it's pretty close.
It's close. Cruise Nuts, you are close.
They're all spelling it wrong, but they're all getting the same
Okay,
thing.
we'll give it. It's an Azapod system. So yes, we'll give it to you. It's close enough. Next question. Who sang the song Splish Splash? I was taking a bath. Yes, John, I can't sing, so you won't be.
Hey, it's all gravy in the Navy, buddy. Don't you worry about that.
We should do that. I should come down. You should actually have me sing with you.
Oh, that'll be awesome.
I will make you look so good, dude.
Yeah, we definitely have to put that on video. But that's okay. We're coming up there, so.
You know, that's how you look skinny. You hang out with fat people. Well, you want to look good on stage, you hang out with people you can't sing. So that's what movie is that from? You want to look skinny, you hang out with fat people. Back to School. Rodney Dangerfield.
Is that what that was from?
It was. All right. Who sang the song Splish Splash? Do we know?
Somebody says Everly Brothers.
Not the Everly Brothers.
Bobby Darin.
It is Bobby Darin. So the next two people who can type that real quick will also get their name inside of the drawing.
Rick Dennis. Deb Wright.
So let's take a vote, guys. How do you think we should do these drawings? So should I do it at the end of each video, or should I do them like once a week so there's a bunch of names in there and give away like bigger and better prizes?
At the end of each video, but then keep their name in there for, or keep their whoever won off to the side, and then do a big one at the end of the week.
And put all the names back in. We can do that.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. So we'll do a T-shirt at the end of each video.
There you go.
That'll work. We got
a nice collection of those Sal and Debbie shirts.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next one.
Well, I can't give you two for that one, Rick.
All right, next. What's another name for a cruise ship captain? And actually, it's the primary name, believe it or not. Most of them don't go by captain. Captain is like if you're going to call them like Captain Antonio, but the actual name of what they do on board, they actually have another name. You know what that is? It's the something of the vessel. Anybody know?
Master.
It is the master of the vessel. Whoop. That is correct. The master.
Wow.
So Ron Peterson. Oh, too quick. Ron Peterson, the Traveling Johnsons, and Traveling with Grace.
I took a wild guess.
There you go. It is the master of the vessel. And that's primarily what you call the captain as well. It's kind of like, I don't know how you would say it. So captain is like his title if you're calling him like by his name, but the actual job is the master. Does that make sense? I don't know how else you would explain it. But most of them don't go by captain. They don't even like the word captain. How many colors make up a rainbow? I know you know this because you always tell me the Roy Biv does his girlfriend backwards or something. I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
It's definitely not that.
What is it?
If I told you, then it'll give away the answer.
I said 8.
Roy G. Biv.
What's it stand for?
You want to do that? We'll give out the answer.
You just did.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue.
No, doesn't it
rainbow,
stand for
and
like
violet.
somebody's name or something? Like
Roy G. Biv is the name. It stands for the colors of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue,
I thought they
and
meant something
violet.
like Roy does, you know. I don't know.
Check the Lucky Charms box.
Anybody know? We got a bunch of people know. It is
Yes.
7. 7 is the correct answer.
So hold on. Yes. So Deb Wright, Ron, and the Grays.
All right. What recording artist sang Uptown Girl? Rick, I know you know this.
Right.
What recording artist sang Uptown Girl?
Traveling Johnson's got it.
If Rick is still here and he didn't get that.
All right, I'm still working on the other.
We actually went to his concert at the Cleveland Stadium about 2 months ago. And I'll tell you, he's great, and he was as good as he's always been. But a couple of things that stood out is, first of all, Rod Stewart was his opening act. And Rod Stewart is pushing 80 years old. And he ran around that stage like he was in his 20s. I've never seen somebody with 80 years old with as much energy. It had like
and
15 costume changes.
Yeah,
too.
he changed like after every single song too.
Where the artist we actually went to see, he just sat there 99% of the time, barely got off the stool. I think he got up and sang like one song, but even that was just standing at the microphone. But the other thing, you know, as good as this artist is, and he's a great artist, we got an answer?
The Johnsons.
He's a great artist. Billy Joel, of course,
and
is
the
the
Grays.
answer.
Oh, Rick, you're too late on it.
What we weren't impressed by is this was at Cleveland Municipal Stadium, which is a giant football stadium. But the only speakers they had set up were the speakers around the stage. They weren't hooked into the speakers like at the stadium at all. So we were lucky we had really good seats. But as we walked around the stadium, like during the concert, once you got like into like the cheaper seats, it was like listening to it on the radio with the volume turned down. I would have been very disappointed. Couldn't believe that. As much money as, you know, Rod Stewart and Billy Joel have, you would think they would have speakers all around the stadium. And a lot of people were talking about it afterwards about that too, that they could hardly
Yeah,
hear
a lot of them did.
as they were
We
leaving.
are out of papers for questions for tonight.
Okay. So we're done with the questions for tonight. We'll do the rest of the questions, but we're not going to do any points because we're out of paper. She didn't know I was going to do 3 for each one. What's the left side of a cruise ship called when you're looking forward? Forward is the front. What is the left side of a cruise ship called? Do you know what it is?
I do.
All right. Do you know how to tell?
I do.
Did you forget? We'll give you guys a hint on how to tell if you don't know. Do you guys know?
Yep. Sure do.
Anybody answer? Yep. It is the port side. So if you don't know, a lot of people get confused about port and starboard. It's really easy. First of all, it's always while you're looking towards the front of the ship. Port is on your left side, 4 letters in port, 4 letters in left, makes it real easy to remember. The other side is starboard. But it's always while you're looking to the front of the ship. If you're looking to the back of the ship, then it's vice versa. Okay. In what year was the first iPhone released? In what year was the first iPhone released? Anybody know?
Don't know.
No clue.
Anybody guessing?
I feel like it would have been sooner than that.
Yep.
That's crazy.
2007. All right, that's the answer. I'll say this for.
Somebody, Deb Wright says 1996. That's the year we got married.
It was the year we got married.
We didn't have iPhones back then.
What else did I have in here? Just looking to see if there's anything else I can share with you this week. The rest of them I'm going to save for the next show. Oh, here's one. Here's a sneak preview of the Carnival Jubilee. So that I should say sneak preview since the ship's already out. It's not really a sneak preview, but it is a preview of if you think about going to Jubilee. It's the sister ship of the Mardi Gras and the Celebration, and is a great ship. So if you're thinking about going on one of the bigger, newer ships, the Jubilee is great. Let's see, what else can I show you? This is Flip Tours. Cindy is a very good friend of ours if you're going to Cozumel. So here's the thing with tours. I always recommend if you're going to one of the bigger islands to book your tour with Carnival. You're going to pay a little more of it because the cruise line is going to take a cut. But God forbid you're late getting back to the ship will wait for you if you bought your excursion through the cruise line you're on. Where if you buy it through a private company and their car breaks down or whatever, and you're too far away, you could miss the ship. And then the ship's going to leave without you. And you don't want that to happen. So either do an excursion with somebody, if you're not going to go through the cruise line, with somebody that you trust, somebody that you know, somebody that other people have used, if it's a bigger island. Or an island like Cozumel is extremely small. So why spend the extra 40% for a tour, that excursion that the cruise line is selling, when you can get one direct in Cozumel? If something were to happen, cabs are everywhere. You just jump in a cab and you head right back over. I would be careful with boat tours or things like that, where you're going out on a boat or anything like that with any other car, because if the boat breaks down, you could be late getting back. But yeah, this is Flip Tours, and tell Cindy I sent you. She'll give you a nice discount. And if you're in Cozumel, check them out.
Feelings, it's like I can't walk on the ceiling. Oh yeah, got me dreaming in colors I never dreamed. Oh yeah, I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Filling up with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know my heartbeat needed skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher.
Well, that is it for today. I promise these videos will get better, guys. We'll have less technical glitches. Like I said, it's been a long time, and if you follow us before, you know we're actually pretty good at this most of the time. But today was a little bit haywire.
That's okay. We'll get it back.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Thank you, John and Christina. We appreciate you guys being here tonight.
We're glad you're back.
You know, we'd love to have you back anytime you want to be on with me, guys. You know, you guys.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be here by myself in the morning, so if you want to come on in the morning, John, I know you're such a morning person. If you want,
You know I work Monday through Friday, sir.
Oh, that's right. You can.
It'd be
phone
hard to
me.
explain that one to the boss.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'll be here working on this end. So for all you other people that are at work who are, not doing your work and surfing the internet, and you know who you are, which is like 90% of you, unless you're in the government, then of course you're not going to have a job to do anymore. But yeah, visit us. We'd like to see you again on Tuesdays and Thursday. No, Monday and Thursday is my morning show, and Tuesday evenings for the cruise show. Thanks again, guys. We appreciate you all being here, and I will see you on Monday morning.
Bye.
At Carnival, we believe fun is a choice. But it isn't always an easy one, because you've got stuff to do. Work stuff, life stuff, stressy stuff. Fortunately, we created an escape from all that stuff. It started a bit over 50 years ago, when a man set out with a second-hand ship and a belief. Cruising should be accessible to everyone. And fun. Most definitely fun. A belief passed down from father to son, from ship to ship. And in the process, my oh my, how those ships have continued to be amazing fun machines. Our secret sauce? Combining the pure awesomeness of our ships with team members from all over the globe who know how to make the 1 gazillion experiences you can have on a Carnival ship unforgettable. Yup, get ready to make your other memories jealous, because fun is in our DNA. Tirelessly tested, cruise in and cruise out, day and night, every season of the year. You know, fun isn't a nice to have. It's a necessity. It makes you a better person, a better parent, a better friend. It helps you live your best life. So go carpe that diem. Sure, you might look a little silly doing it, but holy sea cow, doesn't it feel so freeing? This is how life was meant to be lived. And look, we know that fun's relative. His fun is different than her fun is different from theirs, is different from yours. Maybe your fun is flying down a giant water slide, or racing through the sky, or simply taking a moment to let out a deep, ah. Nice, right? We can all do our own thing, or we can splash around together. But here's the thing, fun doesn't just happen. You have to want it. You've got to opt in. You've got to grab fun when it floats your way. And after 50 years and over 100 million guests, we still believe this one thing. Fun is a choice. We're here to help make it an easy one. So let's do this. Carnival. Choose fun.